Alright, so earlier today I did stop at the mall and go to Sephora and get a bunch of stuff for this video. I already had purchased a couple things a few weeks ago because I knew I wanted to make a video like this, and I just didn't really get around to it, but I finally have everything for a full face pretty much, so I'm super excited to start this. I haven't really tried a whole lot of Sephora Collection on myself, but like since I do work at Sephora, I use it a lot on my clients and a lot of people come and ask me for it. So I am familiar with a lot of their products, obviously because I work there, but I haven't really personally had it on my face, and I don't really talk about it a whole lot on my channel, so I thought this would be a nice little change for some of you guys that are like looking for a cheaper alternative, because that's basically what Sephora Collection does. They find like the best-selling thing in our store and they kind of like make their own version of it for a little bit cheaper. So you can still get the good quality but just for a cheaper price, if that makes any sense. Alright, so I'm going to start with my brows and my eyes first, like I normally do when I'm getting ready. So I have picked up this Sephora Collection brow pencil. This is in the shade number 6 Soft Charcoal, and I've actually never used this before. I just got this today. It's only, I think, $12. So it's definitely a dupe for the Brow Wiz from Anastasia that I love. If it works as good, then I guess it would be a dupe. Sephora Collection always, oh my god, they always package everything so tight and you can't get anything out. Okay, so on one side obviously it has the color and it is retractable like the Brow Wiz, and then on one side, instead of a spoolie brush, it has kind of like this little comb thing, which is kind of weird, but maybe it'll work. Alright, so that actually worked really well. I like the color. It is actually pretty identical to the dark brown that I use from Anastasia. The little comb thing, I'm not really used to it. I kind of prefer the spoolie brush because I use it to soften the lines a little bit. But if you do have really thick brows, this would be good for like combing out the hairs. But I only have like 3 little brow hairs, so this didn't really comb anything for me. So now I'm going to use the concealer just to carve out the bottom and make it a little bit more sharp. And this is the brand new Sephora Make No Mistake concealer. And I'm sorry my hands are blue. I was doing hair yesterday. I'm just going to use a little bit on the back of my hand. Okay, so that concealer went a really long way, and I actually still have a lot left over on my hand, and it covered my whole eyelids and my brows, so I'm really excited about that. And as usual, I'm just going to set over that with a powder. I usually use the translucent powder I use on my face, but I actually don't have the Sephora Collection translucent powder, but I do have this contour and highlight kit, which this is only $28, and it looks pretty identical to the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, which is $40. So I'm going to use this first highlight color right here just to set over my my eyes. And I'm going to use this Sephora Collection brush as well and just pick up some of that. And there's actually no fallout with this at all, which is really nice. Alright, so moving on to the eyes. As you guys know, if you did see my Sephora Pro Palette review video and swatch everything, me and one of my friends swatched all 3 of the palettes. Today I'm going to be using the editorial palette, which is the neon one. So I'm going to be using some colors out of that, and I also have a few of the little Sephora Collection individual shadows. I keep them in this little Z palette. These little shadows are $10 each, and they're actually bigger than normal eyeshadows, so they last you forever. And online, like if you go on Sephora.com, they have like 80 colors, and there's a lot of them that are on sale for $5. I saw, I think, like 10 of them that were on sale for $3, so go get some of those. I actually really like these. I've had these for a really long time. Alright, so now that the eyeshadow is done, which I am in love with, everything that I didn't really show which colors I was using the Pro palette, because if you want to see like which colors I'm using, just watch the video because we swatched all of them. And I showed you the 3 colors that I was using in this. I used like the yellow in my crease, I used the brown just to darken up the outer corners, and then I used this shimmering white color on my inner corner and my brow bone. So yes, I'm in love with this eye look right now. And then the eyeliner I've been using for the past couple months, just like not in my videos but just kind of every day, is the Sephora Collection waterproof retractable eyeliner in the shade number 1 matte black. And this is one of my favorite eyeliners. It just doesn't run, my eyes water a lot, I love this. So I just put this in my upper waterline. Alright, so the lashes I'm going to be using today are the Sephora Collection House of Lashes style Natalia. I've talked about these in my videos before, I know I have. These are my favorite ones. They're kind of like messy. I've been wearing these since they came out, so probably close to a month. I've been wearing them, no joke, every single day. Alright, so now moving on to the face, I'm going to use this Sephora Collection foundation. This is the airbrush one. This is $28. Airbrush foundation. It blurs and it controls your oils for up to 10 hours. It's oil free. It's for all skin type. You can make it from light coverage, medium coverage, or full coverage, just depending on how you put it on. And there's also 12 different colors online, so it's really easy to find your color. And it's super cheap, so I really like that. And I'm also going to use this Sephora Collection brush that is in my my little Mind Your Metals little kit. This is $45 for 5 brushes, and I used both of the eye brushes in my eye look today. I've never used this brush before, and I've never used this foundation before, so let's give it a try. Alright, so now you can see half of my face has the foundation on it, and this is the other half without it, so you can see it definitely does have a nice coverage to it. I wouldn't say it's like the fullest coverage ever, but it's pretty full. So let me show you like how to get a light coverage with it. So if you want a light coverage, just buff it in to your face in like circle motions, and it gives you a really skin-like light coverage. But if you do want a full coverage, then you just want to do more stippling motions and just pat it on there. I really like this foundation. And also this brush is amazing. I don't always use foundation brushes, number 1, because I feel like they get really gross after a while. Like when you're using a lot of foundation and you start buffing it in, the bristles start off soft and then they clump together and get kind of stiff, and it kind of is gross. But I did like an entire face of this and it still feels like so soft. Moving on to the concealer, I talked about this briefly when I was doing my brows. This is $14. It comes in 16 different colors, so there's plenty of colors. This is for all skin types. It is super full coverage, super concentrated, and it dries into a matte finish as well. So especially when you're doing it under your eyes, you do not need a lot of it because it, like I said, it's super concentrated, so you don't need a lot. Alright, I'm just going to start off with little dots right there. I'm going to use this Sephora Collection number 202 Multitasker Foundation Concealer Brush. This is $30, which is pretty good because the price of a regular foundation brush like this would probably be $30, so it does come with the other end. So I'm going to try this end for concealer. And then just go over the edges with that foundation brush that we were using. We're going to move right back into the Sephora Collection Contour Palette. And I'm going to use this from my little cheetah print brush kit. And I'm going to use the yellow highlight color just to set my under eyes. Okay, I'm actually going to use the same brush that I used to set my under eyes just to contour. And I'm going to use this middle color right here. And just start contouring my cheekbones. And since I don't have a Sephora bronzer like by itself, I'm going to use this number 92 Sephora fan brush, which is very dirty. And I'm going to use this bronzer shade right here, but since I like my bronzers a little bit glowy, I'm going to go into the Sephora blush palette, which is $28 also. They have a lot of nice blushes in here, but they also have this really nice golden kind of highlighter, I guess. This would be a really pretty highlighter on a deeper skin tone, but I'm going to kind of go back and forth with that and the bronzer, just to kind of make a glowy color, I guess. Okay, now for highlight. This is a brand new highlighter from Sephora Collection, and it kind of looks pink, but it's called the Sephora Collection Golden Hour, and this is in the shade number 1 Dusk, and again, it is wrapped in plastic. Okay, so it does kind of look pink in the pan and on the outside, but when you swatch it, it's such a pretty gold color. I don't know if you can see where I swatched it, but it's really pretty. Just listen to me. Alright, and as I normally do, I use my Fix Plus or like a setting spray over my face, and then tap it in with a beauty blender and then go over it with my highlighter. So I did get the Sephora Collection Beauty Amplifier. This is like a 2-in-1 kind of thing, so you could use this as your setting spray, or you can use it throughout the day just to kind of refresh your skin if you feel like it looks kind of gross or dry. So I got the travel size of it because I honestly don't need any more setting sprays. So the travel size is only $9. The full size is $16, so it's still a lot cheaper than a lot of the other setting sprays that we have. So I am going to use a beauty blender, even though this isn't the Sephora Collection one. You can still get it at Sephora. It's a Sephora exclusive, so you can't get it anywhere else. So I'm going to use this just over my whole face, and it does smell nice. And then just push it into my skin with the beauty blender. And then I'm going to use the little highlighting brush that came in my brush kit and just brush it on. This highlight looks so nice. And this is only $16. It comes in 4 colors, and I'm obsessed with it. I use this Sephora Collection Jumbo Pencil. This is a waterproof cream eyeshadow, but I'm actually going to put it on my lips, I think, if it's not too light. And this is in the shade Beige Glitter, so I'm just going to put this on my lips just as a base. And then I'm going to put this Sephora Collection gloss over it. This is in the shade 07 Fresh Peach, and I don't really like a whole lot of pink, but I didn't want to do a nude as always, so I just grabbed a peachy color. And this looks really close to the Orgasm lip gloss from NARS, which I actually really like. So hopefully I like this one. Yeah, I like this. I almost forgot to finish the underneath of my eye, so I'm just going to use the brown Sephora Collection shade with my flat brush. Alright guys, that's a completed look. I hope you enjoyed watching me create an entire face using only Sephora Collection products. And if you liked anything in this video, just give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you liked anything in this video, go check it out at Sephora. Obviously, it's Sephora Collection, so it's only exclusive at Sephora stores or on Sephora.com. If you have any questions about anything I use that I didn't really touch on in as much detail as you would like, then just comment below or DM me on Instagram. It is zboner_ written right here as always. Also, if you aren't subscribed to this YouTube channel, I try to post 1 to 2 videos every single week. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.